name is Courtney, and I'm very passionate about helping women with invisible illnesses realize that you can still lead a pretty healthy and active lifestyle. It's just not going to be the one that you had envisioned for yourself, but time marches on. It's not going to wait for you, and you better figure it the hell out. But you know what really helps? And I know this sounds crazy, but I've been dealing with this stuff for like 20, oh my gosh, it has been more than 20 years now, but I've been dealing with this stuff a long time. I know what works. I truly do. And gratitude, I know it sounds kind of silly, but it does make a tremendous difference. Those of us who are old enough will remember the old Canon camera commercials. Attitude is everything. Well, it is. It truly is. And here are some great science backed benefits. I almost said reasons, benefits of gratitude. This information is from Psychology Today. Now, first of all, let me just say, I think this is important for everybody. You got to be grateful. You have to be grateful. You really have so much to be grateful for. It's not really how I meant to word that, but you get my point. But for those of us who have health issues, honestly, I think it's crucial because it teaches you to focus on the positive. And you know what? When you're up to here, when every day is just unrelenting pain and you don't want to say misery because I'm a pretty happy person, but that it eats at you. Learning how to be appreciative of the good things really helps keep me from wallowing in the negative things. So, number one, being grateful helps foster relationships. Well, certainly, we all like to be acknowledged. And if you have the ability to express that, to just take a moment and thank somebody for what they've done, it doesn't have to be something they've done for you. Maybe it was part of a project. Maybe they're volunteering in your community. But when you take a moment to acknowledge somebody, you know what? It automatically makes you more likable. Number two, this is really interesting. It's good for your physical health. What? It is. There have been numerous studies that show people who express gratitude are less likely to have aches and pains, and they're more likely to exercise and eat well. And if you have chronic health issues, you know damn well those two things are very important to your overall well being. Number three, gratitude is good for your mental health as well. It reduces a lot of those uncomfortable, see, I don't like to say negative emotions because all of our emotions serve a purpose, whether we like them or not. But those uncomfortable feelings, anger, guilt, resentment, envy, frustration, gratitude really helps you fend all of those off. It, sorry, I lost the place. My notes are super, super sparse, but I completely lost my place. What the hell? Where am I? What am I saying? But there, gratitude is just linked to your overall well being and happiness. Well, of course it is because attitude is everything. Look, I don't give a damn who you are. I don't care what your circumstances are. We have the same choice every morning. You can wake up and you can focus on the negative things in your life and you can be pissy and whiny all day. Or, or you can wake up and maybe, acknowledge this isn't the best day I've ever had, but you know what? I have all of these things to be grateful for. A few years ago, a girlfriend of mine, Jennifer, and I used to use this voice messaging app. Good grief, English is my first language. But we realized, and we're both pretty positive women, but we realized because we were so comfortable with each other that our messaging had turned into just a giant bitch fest. So we made a rule: bitch all you want, get everything off your chest, but you had to finish it with three things you were grateful for. And we adopted that rule because that's my approach to keeping my journal as well. Anyway, benefit number four, if you can express gratitude, it's just going to make you a kinder person. You're going to be less likely to retaliate. You're going to be more sympathetic and less aggressive. Frankly, gratitude ought to be a requirement for people on social media. But number five, gratitude can improve your sleep. Isn't that crazy? But a 2011 study linked keeping a gratitude journal with a better night of sleep. Now, for me, when I journal, especially if I've had a rough day and I get all this off my chest, but it's now fresh in my mind. But if I take a moment and write down 3 things that I'm grateful for, it resets my focus. It puts me back into something positive. And then when I lay down to go to sleep, I'm not ruminating nearly as much. Number 6, gratitude boosts our self-esteem. Studies have shown that gratitude leads to less social comparison. Don't compare yourself to other people. You have no freaking idea what's going on behind closed doors. You only know what they've chosen to share with the world. And I guarantee you that's a very small sliver of what's really happening. And you could look at somebody's life and think, they have it made. And they're miserable. Kate Spade. Kate Spade was a handbag designer. Freaking gorgeous handbags. She sold her company for a ton of money. She had a husband. She had kids. On the surface, she had everything. She didn't think so. She committed suicide. That's tragic. And it sounds cheesy, and I'm not trying to dismiss the emotional impact of what she was going through. But you know what? If someone had taught her, I shouldn't say told her, someone had taught her how to look for the positive, how to be more grateful, maybe she'd still be here. Maybe she wouldn't, but maybe she would. My point is, don't compare yourself. When you practice gratitude, it allows you to be genuinely happy and appreciative of someone else's accomplishments instead of envious. Look, if you want what somebody else has, get off your ass, figure out how they did it, and get it for yourself. It's that simple and that complicated. Finally, number 7, gratitude increases your mental fortitude. There have been numerous studies that show expressing gratitude has a tremendous impact on trauma. Well, yeah, because you get stuck in that negative, you get stuck in that dark freaking place. Those of you who've had trauma know exactly what dark place I mean. Gratitude helps shine a light into those corners. It really does. And the ability to find something to be grateful for when things are really dark, it's going to build your mental resilience. And resilience is an incredible trait to have. Anyway, I'm roasting. I am an Alaskan. I am in Texas, and it is hot. And I'm going to get off of here and go sit outside where I can get a nice breeze. So I hope y'all have a wonderful afternoon, and I will be back. I don't know what time Friday. I'm on vacation, but I've been super busy. So I will be back Friday, though, at some point, probably close to this time. But I guess it'll just be a surprise.